Welcome to 9.3 Part 1, Perimeter and Area. So in this video, we're going to review perimeter actually, and then in the next video we will review area. Now, hopefully you remember that perimeter, it's the distance around a figure, around the outside edges, and to find it you could sum all the sides together. It's the sum of the sides. And when I'm describing perimeter, I use regular units like centimeters or inches. And when you're describing area, you do centimeters squared or inches squared. So in general, find the perimeter, add up all the sides. You did learn a few shortcuts back in geometry in middle school, and you do not have to have these memorized, but if you know them, they can make your life a little bit faster and easier. So if you have a rectangle, we call the rectangle sides the length and the width. But remember, I'm going to add all of the sides up. So really, there's two L's and two W's. So the perimeter for a rectangle, the shortcut is one of the sides plus two of the other sides. So 2L plus 2W. If you have a square, the shortcut is that a square has all sides the same. So let's say that I have this be S for side. Every single side is also S, so the perimeter is 4 times my S's. And then last but not least, there's a shortcut for a circle, and this particular one you do need to know because we can't add up all the sides if you have a circle. So a circle, the perimeter of a circle is called the circumference of the circle. And you find the circumference of a circle by either doing pi times the diameter of the circle, or 2 times pi times r. Either one gives you the correct circumference. You're going to have a few questions where you do just the basics of just find the perimeter. For this video, we're going to focus on the harder ones like what you might see on an ACT. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a perimeter and a figure. For this first one, I know my perimeter is 58 inches. I want to find x, and here's my diagram. This is actually a square. Every single side is x units in length, and I am trying to find what x is. So remember, to find a perimeter, you add up all the sides. So add the sides, and that is equal to the perimeter. Well, in this case, my perimeter is 58, and my sides are x, 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 and x, or I could have just said 4x. So again, add up all the sides, it's equal to the perimeter. And the only difference this time is that I'm trying to find x instead of trying to find the p-value. So we'll just divide by 4, and you end up getting 14.5 inches for x. Remember, pause at any point, write down questions if you have them. We're going to do another one. This time I know my perimeter is 38 units. Again, we're trying to find x. My figure this time is a rectangle, and I know that this length right here is x plus 1, and I know that this side right here is 2x minus 3. And we are told that this is a rectangle. All right, so once again, add up all your sides, set it equal to the perimeter. This is a situation where you could use the shortcut that I talked about, 2 times the length plus 2 times the w, if you want to. If that doesn't make sense to you, you can just literally, I have 2x minus 3's, even though that one wasn't labeled. I know that it's going to be 2x minus 3 since it's the same as this side being a rectangle. And I'm kind of running out of space, so I'm making 2 lines, but all of these are being added together. So total, I'm going to have 2x plus 2x plus x plus x. So that's going to be 6x's. And for the numbers, I've got -3 plus -3 plus 1 plus 1, and that's going to be -4. And then you go through and solve it. Add 4. Divide by 6. And my x value is 7. All right, last example of this video. We're going to make it more challenging by making you set up your own length and width. So here's what I know this time. I've got a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 1 centimeter more than twice the width. The length is 1 centimeter more than twice the width. The perimeter is 110 centimeters. Our instructions are to find the length and width. Find length and width. So here's the hard part. Got my rectangle. Here's the key stuff. My length is 1 centimeter more than twice the width. Well, I would say twice the width is like 2w. And 1 centimeter more than that would just be plus 1. So my length is going to be 2w plus 1. That's my length. And then it didn't say anything special about the width, so the width will just be w. And now I'm back to the same thing we had with our last example. I know that my perimeter is 110 centimeters. I am going to, on this side, add up all the sides, set it equal to 110 centimeters, and then I'll solve it. Yay! And I want to show for people who want to see how I would use my shortcut, what it would look like. So remember that the shortcut for a rectangle was that the perimeter is 2w plus 2 times the length. So 2 times my w, which in this case is just w, so that was easy. But then 2 times my length would be 2w plus 1. And I want to say you get the same exact answer. If that's confusing to you, you get the same exact answer as if you just use 2w plus 1 twice and w twice. This way possibly saves us a little bit of time. Distribute your 2. Add, I've got 6w plus 2 equals 110 centimeters. Subtract 2 and divide by 6, and I'm done. My w is 18. Actually, I'm not quite done. I know my width, but I still need to find what the length is. And it said the length, we figured out it's 2 times the width plus 1. So that's going to be 36 plus 1, so 37 centimeters. So width is 18 centimeters, length is 37 centimeters.